Hi, I'm Mayura Dedra, working for King's College London, and I deployed the Adopt for Online Expenses project as systems manager looking after the business world system. We came across Adopt when initially looking for just a video to be produced, so it was almost accidental. We were canvassing for different video production companies, and we noticed these wonderful slick videos produced for our HR system at the time. So we engaged in conversations with AppLearn, who introduced us and pointed us to their Adopt functionality. Looking into the functionality, we realized there was a lot of potential, and I personally was really keen on this because my background is always end user focused, hence why we delved deeper, and as I said, almost came across it accidentally. Next thing we know, we're working on a project to roll out Adopt across Business World's online expenses module, affecting potentially 7,000 members of staff. What really convinced myself and then the rest of King's to utilize Adopt for Business World was its sheer potential to start with. Initially, we had a skeletal overview of its core functionality, saw potential there, and then AppLearn were helpful enough to actually mock up the look of Adopt as it would in the business world system. So having seen that, and even that was a skeletal mock-up, but even that alone gave us a real insight into the real potential of Adopt and what we could actually do with regards to online expenses within business world to start with. And of course, going with Adopt would have offered continuity to our user base because our HR system at the time was utilizing Adopt already. So we thought it's almost a no-brainer if we can get this into business world, another system that's widely used at King's, it would be great. So having seen the potential of Adopt, and at the time with our training resources being housed in a different location to business world and having to send out communicational updates through a different channel, we saw a lot of potential in bringing everything in-house, in screen, within that relevant function within Adopt. So yes, it really we saw potential in process improvements, but most importantly to enhance that end user experience of business world. We're utilizing various functions within Adopt. We're utilizing every function we possibly could, from the smart pages to split screen, through to trails and tooltips, and just as importantly, the embedded analytics. We're using split screen, so we've got all the training resources and process resources and FAQs. Not too many. We have a process in place, and we're trying to keep it snappy. But all those are embedded within the split screen section within online expenses. Then we used trails and tooltips to basically handhold the user through each and every field and the sequence by which to complete an online expense claim, and all of which is captured through those detailed analytics in the background, which capture who clicked what when. Throughout the life cycle of the project, AppLearn were incredibly helpful. Firstly, in mocking up the look and feel of Adopt as it would look in business world. Before we even engaged in the project, they were helpful in their input into the project plan, which convinced the rest of finance and also IT to allow us to purchase this for business world. And they were also helpful with regards to the setup, the training, the guidance, the resources, and what was possible and what wasn't within the system. And again, as useful, as user-friendly as the admin portal is, they're also very supportive with regards to that. Right at the beginning, why we actually engage with Adopt is the the slick and wonderful videos that they produce, and they produced a really good one for us with regards to online expenses. Slick, intuitive, to the point, and also as future-proofed as possible, which of course we embedded within Adopt, within Split Screen, so a user can get a refresher on how to raise an expense claim. So what Adopt has meant for KCL since its introduction for the online expenses module for Business World is, again, just to reiterate, continuity for the user base. It's already being utilized for the HR system, process improvement in terms of the custody and ownership of resources and communicational updates, greater communication with our end users, detailed feedback and analytics from our end users, an enhancement to Business World, the likes of which I haven't seen in any other organization, but overall an improvement to the end user experience. It brings us much closer to our end users.